Welcome to another video where we're going to be covering an incredible disaster that happened with a volcano in a place called Hunga Tonga. So what we're going to do is quickly go to that place. And what happened was this underwater volcano erupted and it obliterated pretty much, I would say, 95% of the island. And this is quite a record-breaking thing that happened in many different ways. The first record-breaking thing that happened was that it displaced approximately 10 cubic kilometers of rock, ash, and sediment and generated the largest atmospheric explosion recorded by modern instruments. This was back in 2022. Absolutely incredible. The ash plume itself rose to a height of 36 miles, 58 kilometers, 2/3 of the way to space, and it was the tallest volcanic ash plume ever recorded. What you're seeing in front of you is the before. This is in 2020. This is the nearest clearest picture I could get before the eruption happened. And what you're seeing is not the volcano itself, it's sort of like the areas around the volcano, because it's a submarine volcano. So we have a bit of ground here. You see here some sort of land, tiny bits of sort of reef-like structure. Here we have sort of very sort of earthy, sort of volcanic ashy type stuff, and we have some land here, 2 bits of land here, and some really nice beaches. And then around here we have some sort of reef, shallow underwater, but you can see the sort of land under it. You know, it's sort of that sort of lightish blue color. And then everywhere around it is dark, right in the middle of the ocean here. And if you go forwards, you will see here the ash plume that was here, that was visible from space. You can see it from space. And the smoke was happening for quite a while. And then suddenly, boom. And later on, this is what happened. We'll go to the nearest clearest picture after that. That's a bit cloudy. Here, look at that. 95%, I would say, comfortably 90 to 95% of the island completely obliterated and destroyed. The middle bit, gone. The top right bit of land, mostly gone. What's left is this sort of left bit here. Even the sort of reef bit that was remaining, that has completely disappeared. That's now part of the open ocean. So absolutely incredible what this submarine volcano did. And what was green and lush is now just barren rock. Absolutely incredible. And here, if you click on the picture here, we can see what it was like before. So this will forever be recorded as this picture here as what it was, but this is what it is now. So let's do like another before. Let's go back to before those plumes of smoke. Look at that, with the sort of breaking the surface there below where the pin is. And then let's just go to the after. Smoke, cloudy, so we'll go forwards a bit more. After. Look at that. Absolutely destroyed. The blast that was caused by this eruption, even though it was underwater, this eruption, this volcano, the wind speeds hit 450 miles an hour when the shockwaves slammed into the thinner upper atmosphere. Absolutely incredible, these stats. And at its peak, because volcanoes, when they erupt and emit large ash plumes, they actually generate lightning themselves. And at its peak, this single eruption accounted for almost 80% of all lightning strikes happening on the planet's surface at that time. It also triggered a tsunami that were waves up to 15 meters high. And it's just incredible stats here. Absolutely world breaking and record breaking. It also caused complete devastation in the islands around and where the tsunami hit. As you can probably imagine, with all these stats, I'm just sort of pushing at you and stating to you, and from what you can see. But this is a really great example of just the most incredible eruption happened in 2022. Something else I want to touch upon is if we go quickly to one of the nearest islands around here, if we zoom out and sort of go to the nearest island here, I think it's called Mango Island. Here, you will see some differences if we go sort of back in time and forward in time. So if we go back to before the explosion, you will see that, especially look here, look in this bit here, you will see that there's suddenly some extra dirt that's been deposited here. And I wonder whether that had something to do with the volcanic eruption as well. Go forwards a bit more, go forwards a bit more, and a bit more, a bit more. Here, you see, that's appeared there. Now that happened after the eruption. And before the eruption, that wasn't there. And after the eruption, that was there. So I imagine that dirt has been brought from the volcanic eruption here as part of the side effects of all that displacement of sediment. Before, after. Let's look at more Mango Island now. Before, after. You see there's more sediment down here that's been deposited. So this is where the sediment has gone. It's just gone all around to other areas, been deposited near other islands. What about this place? Here. Before, after. So it's a little bit more. This is what's happened there, isn't it? More sediment's been deposited just a little bits around the islands, or just dumped in that case up here. Like this, like a big lump. So where does the sediment go? It goes with the ocean currents. It gets trapped around sort of other islands and then falls to the sea, and it just gets deposited all over the planet. Incredible. So Nomuka, let's go check out Nomuka. It looked like it was pretty hard hit as well. This looks like the nearest sort of town. Wow, imagine living there. Would it be paradise? Or difficult? Look at that, its greenness has gone completely, and it's back to being green. Did the volcano have something to do with that? It was in 2022 where it was barren and bare. They must have been looking at that ash cloud for ages and completely worrying. Incredible. Imagine living there, seeing that ash cloud, hearing that explosion, and probably feeling the explosion as well. And that tsunami that came along as well. It probably would have just gone right through here. That's probably what you're seeing. That's probably, there's a destruction here. There is definitely destruction here. But was it happening at that time? Or was it just sort of weather? So that's it. Incredible. Let's just go back to the original site of Hunga Tonga. Here we go. I really hope you enjoyed that example. Please do subscribe if you want to hear more about this and other extreme phenomena and disaster events that happened. I will be covering more, and I will be visiting some places here and there. So please do subscribe and share it to anyone else who you feel may like this sort of stats and these sort of topics about nature and extreme areas of nature. So yeah, please do like, subscribe, and share. Thanks very much for watching.